Where does your inspiration come from?
All right. So,
What we learning? What we learning? Ayy, what we learning? What we learning? Ayy, what we learning? What we learning? Ayy, what we learning? What we learning?
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of What We Learning. It's your girl Brida22, and today we have Zachys.
yo.
What is this? Wait,
So this is it's like my nephew here. Not really, but my little MIDI keyboard. Carried around on some prop vibes, but also it just feels good in the hands. You know, it brings about confidence.
Your name Zachys, though. Where did that come from?
It came from, actually I was at Finish Line working with my other homie Zach Martinez, and both of our name tags said Zach M. One day this guy came in and he saw, like, he walked up to both of us talking, and he was like staring at both the name tags like, hey, those Zachys. I was like, yeah, I needed that. Because before my name was Z Money.
Z Money?
Yeah, there's another Z Money in Chicago. He's a dope rapper. He's with 1017, Gucci Man. No. But definitely I didn't want to go get in that legal battle in the future, so I had to make that little swiggity swap. Whenever
you make beats, like, where does your inspiration come from?
All right, so I like that. So pretty much just living, like life in general. Just different experiences, different movies, video games. Big on the video game experiences too, like that. Because there's so many different soundtracks that kind of put you in the mood. Like if you're playing Donkey Kong, like you know what a water level sounds like because it's the feel of the melody and the beat and everything. So just living and experiencing life, really. And just reflecting off of those feelings.
So the feelings, like, makes you think of the sounds. Like, you create sounds to remind you of the feelings.
For sure. Like, that's where, like, you get really into more, like, the sound design part of production, and you're making sounds fit, like, the entire beat. Like, you can record a hamster wheel spinning and then put that in the beat because it feels like it's supposed to go in there. You know, so that's interesting. It's one of the dope freedoms in there.
What, like, made you think that making beats was something you could do? Like, how did you start and, like, learn to do it?
My homie Slim, he was a big dancer, him and my homie Festo, and it was really dope to kind of like hang out with them because they were listening to a bunch of music that had like big pockets of like sound pockets in them where you could like do the pop lock and stuff. So like they were really amazing references whenever I was making beats because they were dancing to the beats that were good. The ones that weren't good, they would let me know, like, yo, that's your ass, don't, hey, like, but it was like that support system with them kind of helped me build the confidence up to, okay, I can do it now, like, because I started just getting better feedback and everything.
Originally, whenever you first started, like, what did you use first?
FL Studio 9. It was like a demo trial crack version of it at the time. Probably gotta cut that out. You can still do everything you could do on any other music production program, so it was very dope.
For people who don't know, like, what is the process of like getting beats made? Like, if you're an artist, like, how do you go about getting beats made? And like, how important is it to get them made from a producer instead of just like using some music they found on YouTube?
Oh, that's a big one. So I want to start on the YouTube part, right, where there's nothing wrong with the YouTube beats. Like, I'm pro YouTube beats. I'm about to start eventually kind of categorizing mine and getting my beats kind of together to put out on YouTube so that way they'll be available for other people to hear. So it's a dope platform for that. But as far as if you're an artist and you want to create your own individual sound, I definitely would recommend working hands-on with a producer and just getting that direct feedback and working on that relationship really helps the communication for both sides to really execute whatever song they're trying to do efficiently. Like on YouTube, it's dope, but everybody's rapping on that beat. That beat might have been sold or leased out a lot of times and not sold exclusively. So if you wanted to, say you make a hit song off of that YouTube beat and you don't know the producer, you've never met him before, you literally downloaded his beat for free off of the YouTube. So your approach business-wise there is a little like off balance there. So for me, I make a lot of beats, so I kind of keep it where artists they rarely buy the same beat. You know, like I have it to where if this artist's voice is different, I want to make a beat or send them beats that custom fit their voice or their energy, their vibe, or whatever, so it fits them perfectly, to where they're able to freely express whatever's on their mind, you know, vocally and lyrically.
When an artist asks you for a beat, like when do you make them something new, or when do you give them something that you've already made?
So it really depends on what they're looking for and what we're trying to execute as from the producer-artist relationship. Every artist is different. Some like to do custom beats every single song they want to do, and we'll work out the contract on that. And then some artists, they kind of want to go through the catalog and see what kind of beats I already have, and within a certain genre. Like recently, I sent out like a lo-fi pack with just straight lo-fi beats for artists to kind of shop through and everything.
Yeah.
But everybody's different. But I'm always excited, like, to see what their approach is and how they want to execute it, because then I learn from every single artist that I work with, you know, regardless of how good or bad the business goes or whatever. But
I feel like you learn from every person that like walks into your life.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lesson there.
Are you still in school?
Not right now. So when I was majoring in biochemistry. I was going to go forward at pharmacy and get into the PharmD program. But on that path, it wasn't really me, in a sense of I couldn't see myself 5 years from now behind the counter chopping pills up and serving them to people and stuff. Like I just feel like I had too much energy, it just wasn't my energy. Like, it just didn't align. I think life is pretty open. You can really do whatever makes sense to you. I know eventually in the future I would probably want to go back to just do like a sort of certified project management type of degree, because it really goes hand in hand with kind of keeping the creativeness organized. You know, as a creative, we have a bazillion ideas every second and then every night, and you try to do everything, but that's the thing. It's like you're trying to do it instead of doing it. Getting it done requires like a nice, detailed, well thought out, intentional plan. So making it easier to get to those steps and easier to get to the big crazy goals that look like it's hard to, unachievable, but everything is possible. It's just, how do you get from point A to point B?
I feel like I probably do need more organization in my life as well, because I do have so many ideas and I want to do so many different things, but I definitely see what you're talking about. I try to do them.
Yeah. Every day, every time you wake up in the morning, that's like, you get a new, like, fresh hour pack, and you can do whatever you want with it. Like, you can sleep. You can start up like 12 a.m., right?
Yeah.
And be like, okay, I'm gonna get up and do my clothes or something. Like, I'm gonna wash clothes and do laundry right now for 4 hours, and then after that, like, you can create your own system in your life that makes sense for you to be the best version of yourself. Right? An experiment in life to find out what you like and what you don't like, and then you keep the best parts of those experiments, and the worst parts you don't talk about it. So you write it down, but for sure. Yeah,
life is just a big experiment.
It is, yeah.
What is a life lesson that you've learned recently?
Oh, really just taking it one day at a time, for real. Like, you can't control the things that you can't, for real. Like, that is, you really have one, like, you're in your own body and mind. Like, this is your suit. This is your whip, whatever. You take care of it, you wash it. The self-care is important. Just taking it one day at a time and treating yourself.
Well, that's the end of all the serious questions.
Okay.
So now we're gonna play a little game. It's called Who Can Do It, but really, I'm just gonna read the card and you have to do whatever it says.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. The first thing is, do your best Obama impression.
Well, I'm glad you said Obama. That is actually one president that I can actually do kind of well. Not too bad, but slightly better than most people who do Obama impressions.
Okay. Okay. Do your best party trick.
Oh, this is inspired by the cam op and producer Chad Valley over there. If you real, you know exactly what's about to happen.
I'm scared. The last question is, Tell us an embarrassing story about yourself.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of these. So let me kind of sift through the brain folder.
Okay.
So I find a
Take your
hard
time.
one. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeopardy music. You know what I'm saying? My fault. I ain't need to. Okay. Probably. I think that's like 5th grade. We were about to do this Easter egg hunt one time, and I wasn't able to because I forged a parent alert for cheating on a test, and the reason for cheating on the test was because the dude was cheating off of my test. So in my mind, I was like, I'm going to show you how dumb you are by cheating off your test. Which, you know, the logic is not there at all, non-existent. But at the time, you know,
So he was cheating off you, so you wanted to cheat off of him so that he would get his own answers?
Yes. So that's, you know, in my mind, it was like on some cartoon vibes. Like, okay, like that's how they would, you know, handle the situation. No, that was the worst. Yeah, that was goofy. So turns out my teacher used to actually work with my mom at the hospital, and my mom's a nurse, and you know they're neonatal, like with premature babies. So a lot of signatures and documentation goes on things. All that documentation allowed my teacher to learn what my mom's signature looked like. So my attempt as a 5th grader trying to do this plagiarism vibes here.
Mm-hmm. It didn't really work out?
No, not at all. It was instantly over. Like I didn't get to go hide the eggs, and they called my folks. Yeah, because it made sense in my mind though. Like I was like, okay, yeah, this will show him. He didn't get in any trouble, and he got to hide eggs. So I'm like, okay, this is how life works. You know, you gotta mind your own, and just and keep going.
Yeah. Sometimes when you try to get payback, it really just hurts you.
It ain't our job to handle that. You know?
Right, revenge always doesn't turn out that well.
It don't.
But yeah, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for coming on my show.
For sure, appreciate you having me. Had a great time.
Would you like to shout out your social medias or anything?
Oh yeah, follow me on all social media platforms at Zachys, DOSZACHYS, smooth, all that.
Period.
Yeah.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Bree.22, and you can also follow What We Learning on Instagram. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment.